I don't know about you guys, but we have been hit with some major heat waves over the last few weeks. With the heat comes the humidity. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Midea Duo, which is an AC dehumidifier and heater, and then we're also going to take a look at just a standalone dehumidifier. We'll be going over the features of what each one offers and how the smart technology built into these devices can help save you some money. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started. Hey everybody, welcome back to another video and another way for you to use your smart home to save some money in partnership with the Energy Challenge. So if you guys are not familiar with the Energy Challenge, it is an initiative in partnership with IFTTT to challenge you, the audience, to save some money. So there is a website hosted by IFTTT for you guys to go to and sign up for this challenge. At the top of the site, we have a tally of how many people have signed up for the challenge already and how much money is being saved annually. It's an amazing environmental collaboration amongst a bunch of YouTubers. So go over there, check out the link. You can see all the other YouTubers that are participating and the videos that they have made for the Energy Challenge. Also, I will leave a link at the end of this video for you guys to check out the playlist of everyone else's videos. Now, I'm happy to say that Midea wanted to be a part of this challenge, so they are sponsoring this video, and they sent out a couple of units for us to review. First off, we have got their inverter portable air conditioner, but this is way more than just an air conditioner. It's actually got 4 features. Not only is it an air conditioner, but it's a dehumidifier, it's got a fan on it to circulate air, and it's also a heater. So a lot of things that this device can do. We'll take a look at that in a second. The next device we're going to take a look at is going to be just a standalone dehumidifier. This thing is awesome at sucking the humidity out of the air and just making it a lot more comfortable for you to live in. Now, before we get started, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos like this one. And with that said, let's go ahead and take a look at these 2 products. So here she is, ta-da! I have been using this thing in the office here for maybe 2-3 weeks now, and it has been fantastic. Now, granted, this thing covers rooms of over 500 square feet. My office here is in about 200 square feet, so double what I really need, but oh man, does it cool things off so fast. So you can see we've got the double hoses. We've got an intake and we have got the exhaust out that go in the window. This thing makes it super efficient for using this. Looking here on the front, we've got all of our controls for setting timers, modes. You're going to control your temperature with the up and down arrows. We've got fan. You can do continuous fan, low, medium, high, sleep, power, all the good stuff right here. I got to say, it makes it super easy to use. And the best thing here, hold this down for 3 seconds and we're going to be able to connect it and use it with an app. That is going to set up some awesome home automation things that I'll show you guys in a bit. Now, let's take a look at the side of this thing right here. So let me swing it around. And we've got a bunch of different things. So because this one has so many different features, it cools, it's got a dehumidifier, it heats, it's got a lot of different things. There is going to be condensation up if you do with the dehumidifier and use the heater. So we've got different drains right here. If you're going to use the dehumidifier, you're going to have to use this drain right here. This is going to drain out the water with the dehumidifier. This one right here, if you use the heater, you'll be draining out for the heater. And then in some conditions, if you're using the AC and it's super humid, you may have to drain out the water out of the bottom right here. So do keep that in mind with this unit. If you use certain features, you may have to drain this thing, but it comes with all the appropriate hoses and everything you need for that. Now, this box has seen better days, but there are a few things that I wanted to point out on it. This one is the AC and heater. Not all of them come with heaters, so do keep that in mind. If you want the heater function, make sure you're looking for that. We've got 14,000 BTUs on this thing right here. Does 550 square feet, so roughly a 22 by 25 room. We have got powerful cooling. I gotta say, I love about this thing is how powerful the fan blows out and just covers the entire room. This one, because it's a heater and cooler, I can use it all year round, which I love. We've got energy efficiency, so a built-in inverter compressor cools while providing more than 40% in energy savings. I'm gonna show you guys that in a second. And then ultra quiet, it does say that it gets as low as 44. So when this thing is on full cold mode, it does get kind of noisy. I will say it's not the quietest, but if you just have it on low cold and the fan and everything, it can be pretty quiet. So the thing that I wanted to point out with this efficiency right here is if we take a look, we can see that it is a 14,000 BTU unit, but it's got a DOE standard of 1200. This is something that I saw in another video talking about what these numbers were, because I really had no idea. A lot of times you'll see units that say, oh, it's a 14,000 BTU, but the reality is, with its efficiency, it may only be able to produce, say, like 7,000. So only 50% of it is actually efficient. With this one right here, we are getting almost full efficiency out of this. So I gotta say, out of the numbers that I've looked at from the research I've done, I haven't seen any other unit that gets as close as these two numbers right here. So 12,000 BTU is very impressive from what I've seen from other units out there. So in this video, I am not going to go over a setup or everything that comes in the box because Midea did a great video covering all of that stuff. I will link it in the description if you guys want more details on how to do the install and what exactly comes in the box. But I wanted to briefly talk about my situation and how I use this device here. Now, because I do live in an HOA community, I technically can't have a window AC in my window. So what I ended up doing is that on really hot days when I need this thing, I kind of just pop it out, I stick it in the window, nothing permanent or locked in, but I'll stick it in the window for a few hours, cool the room down when it's really hot, and it does a fantastic job. I only use one foam piece on the top to really seal everything in, and that's it. But there's also a ton of different foam pieces that come with this unit, so depending on the window you have, you may need to use those extra foam pieces to keep that heat out. Now, at the end of the day, when I don't need the AC anymore, I just open up the window a little bit, I collapse the exhaust that's in the window, I fold it back in, and it's good to go. So it's super easy for me to just put in the window for a few hours, and then also even easier to just take out and collapse and just set to the side when I don't need it. All right, so the AC unit does come with this remote right here. You can pretty much control everything that you want on it. Set modes, turn it on and off. You can set a favorite. So if there's like a favorite temperature and setting that you like, you can set that favorite on here and just hit that button, you're good to go. You can set up different things like swing arm, fan speed, timers, LED lights, all of that good stuff right here. But if you want to get a little bit more functionality out of this device, you can use the app. Let's take a look at the app right now. Okay, so here is what the app looks like. We got our dehumidifier unplugged right now, so that's why it's offline. But we've also got our AC unit, and I like that everything is controlled in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and you can see right above it, it's got the temperature set. So it is using the location of my phone to determine what the temperature is outside. Let's go ahead and tap on the AC. Right now it's off. I'm gonna go ahead and tap it on to turn it on, which is awesome. If we look right at the top where it says the name of the device, we can see outdoor and indoor temperatures too. So I can tell what it is already in this room. So that's cool. We've got our different modes on top. So we've got cool, we've got dry, we've got just fan, we've got auto, and then we have got heat. So some cool things that you can do right there. I like to keep mine on cool, and then we just drag and set the temperature from there. So you set the temperature wherever you want to go. Down below that, we can swipe up from the bottom, and we've got different things. So we can do fan speeds, we can do our favorite. So let's see if I tap here on favorite. My favorite is cool and 75 degrees. So I like that one right there. You can set directions, obviously boosts, sleep, LED, sounds. So if you don't want that beep every time you push a button, you can turn that off. You can set up a schedule. And here's one thing that I really like right too. And this thing is going to be a great way to help you save money. So up in the very top right corner, we've got the 3 dots. I'm gonna go ahead and click on that, and it's going to bring up the settings of this device right here. 4th one down from the top is geolocation. So I'm gonna go ahead and tap on that one. We are gonna turn geolocation on. Essentially what that is going to do, I'm gonna turn on my location right here. It's going to tell me the address of the location this device is at, and I can say, let's see, when I am within 2 miles of my house, okay, it's gonna do certain things below. So I'm gonna say, when I leave this specific 2-mile range, go ahead and power my unit off. So if I leave the area, turn this thing off. I don't need to leave it on and running when I'm not here. When I enter back into the 2-mile range area, go ahead and turn it back on. And here are the settings that I want you to turn it on when I am back into this area. So that is a fantastic way for you to save money. I have definitely, over the years, I used to have window units that you'd put in the window, and between me and my roommate, we always seem to leave them on. You know, you forget to turn them off when you're leaving for work in the morning or something like that. You come home to a nice, cool room, but you also ran your AC all day long. This is great right here because it's automatically going to turn it on and off for you. Now, granted, there is an app, so if you do forget to turn it off, just go into the app and you turn it off manually there. But I like that it's going to automatically turn it on and off as you're coming and going from your area. So it is a great way to help you save money in addition to how energy efficient this thing is. All right, next up, let's talk about our dehumidifier cube. So this thing is pretty awesome because as it advertises, it is nice and compact. You can see how small it is. And what it does is that this is the water canister right here. You can see the fill level right here. And this thing actually lifts up. Let me show you guys right here. I'm gonna go ahead and lift this part up. It comes out. I'm gonna turn it to the side. we're gonna lock it in. So you're going to line up the arrows on the side right here, and then everything is going to fill up with water down here. And you can see the levels right here. One thing I like about this too is you can set your fill level. So this thing holds up to 4 gallons, or actually I should say a little over 4 gallons, but you can actually adjust that right here. Let's say you only want it to do 2 gallons because maybe it's gonna be too heavy. You can set that up right here. It is pretty awesome. If we turn it on, it's gonna tell us the current humidity in the room. We can adjust the levels from here. Let's say I want to set mine to 40. You're going to adjust it by 5s. Let's go ahead and turn that fan down for the sake of this video because that's kind of loud. We'll set it at 40 right here. We got different modes, timers, and everything like that. Now I will say that this thing does get warm, so it is going to warm up the room. Do keep that in mind. It's not going to be hot, but it is going to be warm, so do keep that in mind. It's going to suck all the water out, fill up right here, and then I can go and dump it out. It's got a couple of different options too for draining. If I don't want to use that, it does have a pump inside. The pump inside will let us use the included hose to either go up and out a window, because it can pump up to 6 feet up. So it can actually pump maybe up and out a window, into a drain, into a sink, different things like that. So that is an option with this too. Let's take a look at some of the features here on the box. So like I was mentioning, it does have a pump. If you do not want to use the canister that it comes with, you can pump, say, into a sink, down a drain, different things like that. So it's got 3% more water capacity. We got controlling with a smartphone, always love that. Smart assistant, very cool. Like we mentioned, we've got the flexible draining options, lift and twist, no bucket options. We've got preset water tank levels that we already talked about, nested design, that is great right there for storing. And then it does have that built-in pump. If we take a look at the stats right here, it does do 4.26 gallons of water capacity in that container right there. Okay, so with the dehumidifier running, I want to show you a few app options. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to load up our dehumidifier right here. I love this because it gives us some great information. We've got our target humidity at 40%. That's what we set it at. We can adjust our fan speed. And then below that, we can see the current water percentage that is in that bucket. And we can also see how many hours it's going to take to fill it up. Now also remember, I set my capacity to 2 gallons. So it's going to take 12 hours to fill this thing up halfway with 2 gallons of water inside. We can drop down or scroll up from here and we can see some different scenarios that they've set up. So we've got sleep time, it's gonna set our humidifier to 50% and turn it down to low. Living space, we got 60% and high, and then storage. So those are just some preset ones right there. I also want to show you guys up here at the top, it does give us the current room humidity at 50% right there. So if I go ahead and click on the 3 buttons up at the top, some other things that I want to show you, we can set up a schedule, we've got base information, so that is going to be the information for this device right here. But drainage modes, here are the different drainage modes that you can pick. So you're going to select it either through here or you can do it on the device itself. But you go ahead and set that up with how you want to use this thing right here. Another thing that I forgot to mention is that this dehumidifier right here covers spaces of up to 4,500 square feet. So an entire house is what this is going to cover. Now, the AC unit is only going to cover, what do we say, 550 square feet. So a large room is what that is going to have capacity over. So if you do live in a high humidity area, you probably know that humidity just sucks the life out of you. It makes everything feel hotter. So being able to suck that out is going to allow you to feel cooler. Maybe you don't have to run your main AC as much. And if you're in a scenario like me, where I'm pretty much in just this room all day long, I'm home all day long, and I'm just in this room, I don't want to run my air conditioner and cool off the entire house all day just because I'm in one room. That is what makes this AC unit fantastic for my situation. I cool off just this room of the house all day long, and I don't have to waste all of that energy cooling the entire house off. So saving electricity in the long run with this AC unit, because not only am I going to be able to use it in the summer to keep this room cool, but I can use it in the winter too to keep this room warm. So I'm going to have a huge saving right there, and this thing is eventually going to pay itself off. Anyway, those are a couple of climate control products from Midea. If you guys want to check them out, I will have links in the description below. I also want to encourage you guys to check out the Energy Challenge. I will have a link to that playlist here. If this video is helpful, give it a thumbs up. Let me know that you liked it. As always, don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you in the next video.